So my fiance and I just got our marriage license this past Monday, and we're set to be joined next Tuesday. It has to be done now, because my name change takes effect on the 16th, and I'm going to put female on the new license, whatever else I can choose the gender category for. I was lucky when I applied for my name change and got away with marking the her box, and it's been driving Big Brother's minions absolutely crazy. Like when I applied for the new Social Security card. It was the F in the name change documents, which threw the lady for a loop, but she said that since the gender on those papers said female, she guessed she had to change the gender reference on the new Social Security application as well, despite her previous inquiry from my SRS receipt. I'm going to attempt doing the same with my new license, leaving only the birth certificate, which I will need the SRS receipt for in order to change. But at least for now, all my documents would reflect my new name. All I can think about is how the judge is going to react when he sees us both in dresses. He's going to flip, but the lady at the counter did say as long as my birth certificate says male, we can legally be married. Well, it's official. Now I'm somebody's wife. What a concept. The court clerk was actually more confused than the judge when we arrived. She was like, "How many brides are there?" after seeing the both of us in dresses. "Just one," I said. "I'm the groom." The judge quickly read us our wedding contract, and that was it. He really looked like he wanted us out of there. 5 minutes, and it was official. At home, we removed the other's garter, fed the cake, threw the bouquets, the whole deal. It was really nice, but the wedding was planned so fast that people had anywhere from 4 days to 4 hours notice. About 30 people in total came. See, when you go to change your gender on any official documentation, license, social security, birth certificate, at least at the time in New Jersey, you needed to prove that you already completed the gender reassignment surgery before they'll allow you to change that part of your documentation. It might have changed since then, but at least that's how it was when I did it. Every state is different. Well, some shitty states won't ever allow you to change it, no matter what. I guess back when I was questioning what makes a girl and a guy, I technically should have just asked the state. According to New Jersey law, a pussy makes you a girl, and if you're going from female to male, a double mastectomy makes you a guy. It seems as though they just want you to prove you're serious by cutting something off that doesn't grow back. Before I get into all that, considering how adamant Bettina was and wanting me to conceal her identity and blur out her face, rather than be an ass and pincushion her face again, I figured there was a new fad going around where being blurred and having no identity is cool, so I figured I'd jump in the bandwagon. So with that said, it was a good wedding. Granted, it was probably the poorest gathering in history, but hey, for throwing it together as fast as we arranged our Key West trip, it all worked out fairly well. I had mentioned that the judge kinda wanted us out of there. That part was true. We even had a picture of him standing between us with the most constipated look ever. From this point on, I was on fire. With a court order to change your name, you could pretty much do anything, so I went nuts. First, I went to my old high school and made them change their records and print me out a new diploma. Then I followed suit and visited the 2 colleges I went to. And after that, I finally went and got my new license and social security card. I even went so far as to revisit every single job I'd ever had and made them change their records as well. I just worked too hard on my resume to abandon my references. My parents seemed happy enough about the wedding, but my mom took the name change rather harshly. It was just another nail in John's coffin. At least I can say that today, she, my father, and my brother have all since fully accepted me, and if anything, I'm usually the first one to crack a joke on the subject. Bettina ended up taking my last name for hers, while I took Bettina's last as my middle, completing the story of how I became Crista Lynn. Even to this day, I rarely give out my last name, often just using Lynn. Not only was it Bettina's, it just flows together perfectly. And when I'm doing something naughty, I'll usually combine the two to say, Crystal Lynn.